Do some drawing. Good morning. Hi. Are y'all? Is the music too loud? Am I too soft? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, let's do some little drawing. Working on chapter 20 here still. I've been procrastinating. I've been busy. Another thing that I've had to do submissions. I need money. That's pretty important. Alright. Yeah, without further ado, let's just continue drafting up some pages. That's stupid. This thing is up. That's good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's a little early. I know it is. I know. I just felt like streaming. We're just gonna drafting pages. I'll line them later, probably off stream, because that's the boring part. But we're just gonna talk about, I guess, essentially formatting and just composition here. It's gonna be the biggest thing about sketching out these pages for me. Let's see what this about. There's a little bit of delay, I think. I wonder if that's kind of the... Oh, no, Golem. There is something up. I wonder if I should restart my Clip Studio Paint here. Maybe I'll fix it. Yeah, something is genuinely wrong. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulty. I need to draw a little technical difficulties thing. Let me restart Clip Studio. Hopefully that fixes it. Oh my god. Oh, I watched Chainsaw Cat yesterday. Oh my god, I love the new characters so much. Pen, my beloved. I hope it's not the streaming is what's killing my input delay on my stylus. But I've streamed before and it was doing well. Unless it's like a Wi-Fi thing. Alright, let me try this out. What is up? It's like not wanting to work with me at all. Oh my god. I mean, I don't really need to be accurate here, but still. Is there Yeah, something's up. There's even a sensitivity that's not working. Like if I do G-Pen, yeah, alright, something is up here. It's not just the delay. Let me turn off my tablet. I think I know what's up. Is it because... Here, let me try something. Are we back? Okay, yes, that's what I thought. It's so weird. Okay, that fixed it. There's still like a weird little delay, but now all the sensitivity and stuff is back at least. Draw Wiss as a Chainsmoker cat? Yeah, I probably will do that at some point. I think an idea that I had for a Wiss outfit is Lilith from Darkstalkers. I'm just sort of thumbnailing these pages right now. And then I'll clean them up later. Why does Wiss sleep with Ounce even after the ear bite? Because they have one bed. They unfortunately there's not really a lot of options that they got. All this. Copy this layer. Where can I copy this layer? There we are. Just put that over here. I did it twice. God damn it. Oh my god. You know, whatever, I don't care. But we'll work on that later. This is the top point of all time. Alright. Thank you. I guess. Ah! Man, I've got a lot of phlegm this morning. I apologize. Yes, I can hear it. I'm gonna just die real quick. Oh man, it's terrible. Oh, it's so crazy. Back, I had a job where I'd talk all day and all day. I'm talking. So like my voice, I almost lost my voice. And I don't talk much anymore. And then I'm unemployed. I'm just like, and then I try to talk, and then my voice is like, oh, do you want to choke on your own phlegm? It's crazy. Anyways, here's knock. Night of nights. There. I could exaggerate the foreshortening a little bit more. It should be more clawed. Symbol of the moon there. Checkerboard. Breaks over. Bye bye. I'm gonna actually just die here. Drink some water, oh my god. Immaculate Algo refresh point. Oh yeah. I'm sure if you're talking about Twitter or YouTube. I've been finding some insane videos on YouTube. I'm not sure if I like it, but I'm just like, yeah, sure, dog, whatever. Put his shoulders up, trying to display like a more anger emotion. It's a very angry helmet. Mic is a bit low. Oh, the mic turned up as it's like, yeah. It's probably because it's a little bit far. Does it sound better? The problem is I don't want to get in the way of my elbow here. I'm like, how's that? How's that? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I have like right in front of me right now. It's a new mic. A new mic. Give me 1 second. Oh shoot, I still had a mic because my mic muted because I was still checking on it. Oh my god, I should sound better now. Yeah, that was my setup. Yeah, hopefully it sound better. I have it like right in front now. It was like to my side, to my left. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, I was working on this real quick. just just throw this up here. I'll doodle some pen real quick, just because I feel like it. I love her so much. Her voice is amazing. I'm really trying to invest in mic. I want to get back into doing YouTube videos. I have to use my phone as a mic with a really scuffed connection with CD. I can't really tell you. I'm not. Yani Neko? Yeah, Yani Neko is she does not want to change. As the show goes on, I'm really not liking Yani Neko anymore. They are just despicable. Maybe that's the appeal of Yanni. She's just like, yeah, this is it. This is the life. The other ones like at least can adhere to there's something at least wrong with it. I love Pen because she's just like, oh no, dude, this is a life choice. She has to like act stoic. She's so like womanly, and I love it, and mature. All of them are so great. Oh my god, and the assistants that are in that episode are so cute. I love them. I feel bad because I haven't been watching Ghost in the Shell. I love Ghost in the Shell though, that adaptation's great. I don't know what to do with her hands, so I'm just make her. You know, like Mia. She's just doing a little boogie. It's a little shiggy wiggy. Probably won't be like my best work today in the stream. It's just gonna be a lot of thumbnailing and construction, like sketches and doodles. But I had some pretty good ones. Let me open back up that canvas. Maybe I could throw them back over here. Posture check. Is it this one? No. It's the sister sketches. Oh, there we go. There's Yaku. Bunch of sketches of her. This one's also one of my favorites. A bunch of not safe for work stuff that I can't show right now of Yanni. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll get to that one day. Let's we getting that pan world. I feel like Yanni Neko isn't in this lineup. Let me pull a reference for her real quick. Sonanoka. I think this file is broken, but whatever. We'll see. Oh, it's just black. All so good. This is great character design, and for the most part, they're just wearing like regular, simple clothes, and that's when you know character design's great. There's a little drunkard one. She's voiced by Nanachi's voice actress, which is awesome. A little bit bigger ears. Just fun. I love Nanachi. I love Made It Abyss. I can't relate. The one with the sweater is cute. Yeah, and the tight pants. Yeah, they have an amazing character design. I love it. It's just like the big, tall someone. I also like the human girl, just because I relate to them. It's like as an artist. I guess the one I can relate to the most is the little drunkard. I don't drink as much as I used to. I'm too old now. I can't handle it. I just get sleepy. I love characters with like big foreheads. But yeah, I guess she's kind of like that. She's like sleepy, kind of drunk, for the most part in the show. Which I'm like, just laid back. I don't really smoke. I don't do drugs. The streamer one's kind of nice. It's like, I guess they don't all do. I guess they smoke, but it's just like her thing is the streaming and the two-faced like anger, which is really cute. I love characters that are two-faced like that a lot. I think one of my best examples is the little blonde one from Joshiraku. If you know the big old ED, where it's like Ichima go to the big old name. She's very two-faced. Or Akira from or Akira from they're throwing me in the mines for forgetting the name of Lucky Star. The Lucky Star. We'll draw her with the Chug Jug, the Buzzball, because there's a giant Buzzball in my room that I have not worked on. I was just left here after a party at my house by my family. I've inherited a lot of liquor. It's just here. I'm just like, damn. Does she have her hair tied at the end? I don't know. It feels like it should be, but it's fine. Ugh. There's a bird attacking me. Little fingers. She has like shorts. They got a Corona themed birthday. Grateful to Corona and a Corona piano. That's awesome. I'm more of a Modelo person myself, but Corona's pretty good. It's a real shame because at that party, like the rest of my family were bringing in like Michelob's and what was it, Budweiser? And one of the buds are American brews, and I was just like, how are we as Mexicans not bringing any Latino, like twisted teas? And I'm just like, anybody? Can I get a? Can a brother get a Corona? Can a brother get a Modelo? Like, please. I love them. Actually, one of my godfather brought in some Modelo, the Coronas, and I was like, oh, thank God, someone knows ball. Does she have socks? No, just little Converse. Give her little socks. It's right there. Make the liner black. Except for the Chug Jug. Look cute that blue. While I'm looking at these characters, let's talk about color theory real quick. Because they are very interesting, which is what I think for the most part these characters are really good. I think the only like gripe or sort of like hint of criticism at these amazing characters would be and it's not really that bad. In the end, it's pretty well done. I'm not sure what I did here to my toolbar. What just happened? There we are. Yaku Neko and Yani Neko kind of look the same. Well, at least their silhouettes aren't too different. They're just, for the most part, baggy pants and a shirt. Um, well, the rest kind of have different clothes. Like, sure, she has a hoodie and shorts, just like her, but she has the long hair and is like a brown color palette, a brown and green color palette versus like this purple and blue that she has. I mean, because you also have this character that has purple and blue, but they have the triangle silhouette going on. But it's also saved with Yanni Neko's like sort of mint color scheme, and Yaku's like sort of yellow, as well as Yaku's hair being like this funny umbrella or like haystack in my head. In the end, they're still both really good. But we could just draw the little streamer dork. She's probably like my least favorite. Good old trash boat. I literally haven't had a beer in months, man. I am thirsty. And you know, see, beer is really weird. I never liked beer when I was a teenager. I was like, I don't get it. It's like, you always drink those like cocktails and wine coolers, and then you just get old, and you just start sipping on beer, and then you just like eat it with like savory food, and then you're like, damn, this is good. Like, you ever go have like Japanese curry? Like, go get like a Sapporo. When I went to AX, I had a Sapporo with my curry and my ramen at a different restaurant, and it was like so good. It hits so good. There's nothing better than like a savory meal with the beer. Like this one. Gotta appreciate flat chest girls. We'll draw her being a little... It feels good. I'm able to rotate the apple in my head today, and I'm actually, like, yapping. I think the last time I did a draw stream, I was unable to rotate that apple. As well as I was just kind of low energy that day, but I drank my coffee, I had my breakfast, I meditated. I currently do have the as I whip it out here, the mandate of heaven is what I call it. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Today I have it. I like the like pockets thing sticking out. I think that's really cute. It's probably comes from all the Hilda art that I've seen off of that from Pokemon. We'll draw her, and then we'll go back and like draft some more pages of chapter 20. She got... They look like a Adidas's. That episode made me wish I had catgirl assistants that I could just hire. I wonder if most clothes have the option for tails, as well as if they just like go and just rip and cut up in a hole for their tails. The other thing is, what is it? I've been seeing a lot of cat boys. There was one in episode 1, and I think it's I'm iffing on the name, but I think it was her brother, from what I've seen in the manga. But it's like, I'm not sure if they're rare or what. It's also that tribe didn't have any, so I'm not sure how that works. I'm not saying throw me in, coach, but if someone has to do the job, it could be me. I'm just saying, it could be you. I'm just stepping up to I'm just the messenger. I don't know what I'm yapping about today. I'm so sorry. I might do like a bended knee kind of thing. 'Cause maybe that's cute. Maybe the head's a little too big. But I'd rather have the head be too big than the head be too small. That's my personal thing. Little star. Does she wear a choker? No. You think she'd be the kind of girl that would. The collarbone's a little to be changed. Have the tank top go like that. Even though there's not really breasts for her. Pocket there. And then emphasize the line weight here. Is he ginger? No, I think he had white hair. He was like a little. You're talking about the Catboy brother. Hi, Duppy. Everyone say hi and hello to Duppy. He's in the chat. He's one of my best friends ever. Everybody yell at him and screech at him to develop echolocation. Duppy is one of my artist friends. He's also working on a webcomic, and I scream at him every day. And he comes and tells me that he hates me, that he'll attack every single Mexican with a large Mario hammer. And it's understandable. I get it. I know what I did. But you should follow him and like eventually read his webcomic when it comes out. If you don't know who he is, he's the blue. He likes blue women. He likes his female of an azure variety. Right. It's cute. I like that. Alright, let's go back to the chapter. can close this out. No, not town women. Just anything that's blue. Actually, the Luna characters are very much inspired by like the my idea was that they're more like perfectionists, whereas like in the Soul Knights are kind of like in ragged like chainmail and clothes, because the whole idea of the sun and the moon in this sort of setting is love of self and love of others. Well, both are important. Sorry, I'm adjusting my chair right now. The volume went weird there. Both are important. The Luna cult like exemplifies the love of self, which is important, but maybe to the point where it becomes selfish. While some of the sun followers, soul followers, um, worry too much about others and start forgetting about themselves, and they live in squalor or just kind of like donating and giving everything away. Oh no, I can't play this. No, oh, they'll kill me. I love Katamari, but I'll get copyright striked. I have to go back to the my Toho music. Wait. But yeah. So the idea is like this both. So it's inconceivable that an eclipse cult could exist. That's kind of the idea. They're not necessarily like for the everyday person. You can both follow the ways of the sun and the moon, of Luna and Sol. But there are people who are more faithful to one versus the other, and there's sort of an extremist view. So, love itself is like helping others and general charity, and and then love of self is like seeking perfection, um, just making sure there's time for yourself, um, which can be seen as selfish, but I think it is actually important as a trait for a person in real life to have. But there are people who kind of see themselves as the eclipse, or sort of like a balance between both. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're not, for the most part, there aren't really like gods in this world in sort of the common sense. Most of the things and aspects fall underneath Soul or Luna. Like magic is something that's under Luna, or like healing, like is under the sun, or um, I guess like farming is under the sun too. But like other stuff, like writing, is under the moon. So it just depends on what you do, and you can always like pray and like help. The idea is also of like this sort of afterlife. I think I wrote it about it in like one of the colored comics about Whis, where is the after death of a Luna cult member is the idea of becoming like a star, like a diamond in the sky, like a sign of perfection, but also like separate from the other stars. Though for the afterlife for a soul member would be to become part of the sun as like fuel, as like sort of this collective consciousness and togetherness. Though that is the loss of self, but also like the connection and unity of other people in like community. So in a way, the loss of self is also sort of like ego death, but it's like it really just depends on like the person and the faithful who believe in it. I don't know. I'm yapping about lore. This is a silly comic about a man and a wife and their 6 kids. But yeah. Steel Devils are based off of a old Chaos Space Marine design that I found. and I really like it. And in the end of the day, I'm a big hack. Uh, I try to pull up the image that I had for it. Let me find it. But I like putting things that I kind of like in my works. How do I? In right has image sent by I gotta find it. Let me see. I really want to find this image and pull it up. But yeah, they're sort of Steel Devils aren't inherently evil. They're sort of meant to be like, at least the way that they claim themselves is that they're there to sort of prepare the world for something worse. They're supposed to be like a common evil, and they understand the role that they're playing. They don't really feel bad. They're just there to destroy the chaff from the wheat, in a sense. I'm never gonna find this image again, aren't I? Can I find it on my phone? But their color design is based off of, even though they're very Iron Warrior-esque in nature, they're very much, their Iron Snake is like the actual, like, color design of them, of like the steel and red trim and blue snakes. All the blue snakes over them is supposed to be kind of like all the Celtic paint over the Celts when like the Romans invaded England, or I guess sort of that north area. I'm never gonna find this image. Whatever. Ow. Well, I can't find it. I'll pull it up later. Let me just pull up a demon real quick. But yeah, this is supposed to be like a mix of like a Roman centurion and like a barbarian, as well as just like this like grinning like wolf face. Or like a snake, I would guess. I really like this one that I drew here because it's got like those weird fangs that kind of go up. But yeah, they're essentially just barbarians and like centurions. I played up with the like neck wires like in the muscles because the idea is that they're not. I had a lot of people ask me whether or not they're like human. They're not. I had an idea where it was supposed to be like they would eat. The suits of armor would eat people, and like those people would pilot the suits. and they would become corrupted in a way. I think that was maybe a little too dark for this setting. Um, but the idea was like they were supposed to find someone who was worthy and strong enough to like almost best them and kind of like eat them and like have them in their armor. That's sort of like a doctrination process. I don't know. That's too much. They're just evil robots. Automata. But that's something that's all in the past now. The current present is about people who were from the war, trying to find a new occupation or just live their life. Um, where are they? The idea is that they just go about, and there's still some that are left, like these steel devils that kind of wander without like their legions. Usually, there's not a whole bunch of them left. Most of them hide out in the dungeons, but they'll go up and raid or just become their own little war bands. But for the most part, the world is safe and like in peace, and people are just more like the adventurers and the soldiers and stuff have taken to dungeon crawling. Now that's kind of like what they're good for. That's all they can really do. I mean, dungeon crawling was always popular, but there was the giant Giga War. I should look angrier here. Gritting his teeth. Essentially, in this chapter, Whistle's brother Knock is essentially telling Alex like, "Hey, I don't I don't think some bum like you is like worthy of taking care of what is essentially like the cults, the Luna cults children. They should go to the cathedral and be trained over there. This isn't the way for them." As any good father, he's gonna kick his ass. Did you call her People when? Um, there are flashbacks that are being planned essentially like before the kids were born. We'll go into that more in volume 2. Right now we're still working up in volume 1. And shoes are too raggedy for Nock to sign off on him having custody. Yeah. The thing is, where I'll talk about it later, the idea is that why Ounce or Whis, I guess, when they had the kids, they didn't just leave them for adoption or just leave them with the cathedral. Whis has got a bad relationship with the church as like an establishment. though she is like really faithful to the moon and Luna, she didn't really have the best time working for for the church. Back, I got out of the tubes. Just wanted to say, huge fan of your stuff. Been following you since the first chapter of Cov. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate that. I do miss working on Cov, but I think Cov was too much of a waxing poetic story, and like it was way too serialized for me to ever like plan out and write. Though Dungeon Crawler is still somewhat serialized, it's still way easier for me to write than something like Cov. Cov is like this big like story and like dramatization of war, and like as well as like the feelings of loneliness and all this stuff with Jamie. That's- the stuff doing right now is just drafting pages, so it's fine if everything doesn't look that great right now. It's just sort of setting it up. I'll fix it later, whatever the actual chapter comes out. Hopefully, I can finish it some point this week, but it might not be till early next week where I get it done and fixed up. And yes, you've just arrived. Yes, I'm working on the comic. I'm just drafting a couple of pages. We're also drawing some cat girls over here on the other side. I'm gonna work on this page, and then we'll go back to sketching a cat girl, and just relieve my brain a little bit sometimes. I love this. This is Koishi's theme. I hope you can hear the music. It's great music. Uh, Oh yeah, thoughts on VGen. VGen is doing great. I'm really liking VGen. It helps me keep everything in track. I think it's a very professional commissioning website. It's very good for artists. For you to actually have a VGen, you have to be invited by someone. Um, I had to basically like beg and plead with one of my friends, Kaibutsu. It's an amazing artist. He's one of the guys I hung out with at AX. Um, I love him to death. I had to cry and ask him and beg him and weep and kiss his feet for a VGen code. And now that I have a VGen, there's other people that message me, and I'm just like, I don't want to just give up my code like that. I'm probably gonna give it to someone that I know like really well. But yeah, I love VGen. I think it's great. It varies. Before I had to DM everyone, and I had like a Google Doc on my like Google Sheets, Poison Swamp, a Google Sheet of like who I had in a list and like whether it was off of my email or a Discord message or a Twitter DM. And I'm like, it just streamlines everything and makes it easier. But yeah, VGen's great. Currently trying to figure out a good pose of Ounce throwing a brick. We're gonna have to look at reference for this potentially. We about to get some pen worldwide, buddy. You know what? This might be stupid, but this might be a good reference. Yeah, Jim, I love doing your commission. That was fun. You're great. I love the art that you do too. It's awesome. Keep drawing. Everyone ever should always keep drawing. That's what I always say. Always have fun and keep drawing. Edgy OCs are cool. It's not bad to have an edgy OC. I think we all need a little bit of edge sometimes. Something still doesn't feel right. God, it's happening. It's like the body is twisting when this happens, it seems. Dun, 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 dun. Something I'm missing here. I suppose it's giving me some trouble. We'll go back to it. We'll draw a cat girl. I'll flow like water once again. Um, we'll take a break from that for a second. What if I didn't draw a cat girl? What if I drew the human girl? Because I'm evil. I think it's very funny, and I understand why people do it. That there will always be, in all these manga, all these comics, all these anime, there will always be the character that's just the manga writer character, the the writer's self-insert, or just like they're always there. They're always there, like a part of the team. It was like, oh, this is the manga character, like Dragon Maid. You got the coworker who makes a manga, and what is it? What was the other one? We got this one, Yakineko. Shoot, gaslighters, and they're told to say an example. There's another one. There's like on the tip of my tongue that I'm thinking about. Oh, Mono. Mono has one. I love the manga writer girl from Mono. But it's just like, I get it. Oh, the Fox Girl one, like the I forget what it was his name, but it was a very popular show. The one with like the Fox Girl like wife, that like took care of the guy. The human girl was just the manga writer, and they kind of look the same to this one, but I like Plain Jane sometime. It's She's also kind of a freak, which I appreciate. We know Ball. Senko-san. Yeah, that's it. You gotta appreciate it, plain Jane girl. She knows Ball. Is a femme gooner. Give me a second. Right. Bum, 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 bum. What am I getting pinged at? Straight up happiness. He was in a kettle, bro. In a kettle. I honestly, after like a whole bunch of things, after like running Dungeon Crawler, I was like, man, I kind of want a cat now, but I can't because I have a bird and it would kill him. Funny enough, I posted pictures of my dog. My dog is actually very friendly with my bird, Zuko. He just he kind of chills with Jamie, though Zuko will like what's it called? Get a little bit too excited sometimes to see him, but Jamie will get a little too brave and start plucking hairs out of him. Jamie's an asshole, but that's also like a sign of endearment for birds. Jeez, this girl like. See, this girl's like breasting boofully, like subtly though. And then we'll just some fake cat ears. You think like wearing cat ears is like racially insensitive in this world? You know, I don't want to have that conversation or discussion or hypothetical or what have you. My work is very chicken scratch, but that's fine. I think as long as you get the lines down in a way, you can always come back to it and fix it later. There's no shame in that. Like I always say, you gotta hack at the marble. Look who she got on. The bum shoes. It was a freaking cat face, dude. Alright, after this girl, I'll probably take a bathroom break real quick. And then we'll go back to working on the chapter. Dude, you just took it straight joy. Joy and happiness? Dude, in a kettle, bro. In a kettle, bro. A little Yanni Neko, not Yanni Neko, Pen right here real quick to deliver. I love any character that's like a simple poncho design. That is just peak. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. So a little 5-minute break. Alright, we're back. Stretch, Shadow Az. Ah! Oh, give me a second. Let's snap all my bones real quick. Mute the mic. Alright. I'm done from snapping my bones. Let's get back. Wah. And I'm glad I like deleted all the extremely cringe videos off of my channel. I'm an endurance pisser? I don't know what that means, but alright. We're gonna go back to the comic. Hi, Super Mario. I might hold off on this panel. It's gonna be more trouble than it's worth, I think. But sometimes you can unlock something. Oh, is this it? This might be it. See, sometimes you just gotta come back to it. Oh, where's my phone at? Where's my phone at? Oh, Daniel Larson in the comment. Daniel Larson? But that was Daniel Larson. I'm an idiot, so you might have to give me a reboot. He doesn't know? Lolcow? Name sounds familiar. Just look up the toothbrush. I'm not gonna look that up. I'm not looking that up. Take a piece of me with it. It's like in the original paging for this. Made it too complicated. Sure, I feel like the paneling. Give it a sec. This is better. Mix more of his master. Sorry, I locked in for a second here. I should go back to rambling. So it's sort of happening in an abandoned devil camp. They're just kind of out there. Yeah, this chapter is a little bit ambitious. It'll probably take me a while to actually line it and everything. For a while, I had a long time. I was just having some trouble writing this chapter and thinking about some things. It's taking me like just now to actually like draft it as well. I just had some family stuff and some like errands that came up throughout the week. Bring that one later. It's not what's important. Getting a call. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Back to drawing. mic closer. All right. Continue some work on this. I had some work to be here in a little bit, so something came up with that phone call, so this stream will probably end here in like 20 minutes. I'll continue work on the chapter. I'll draw another cat girl real quick. You can always draw Yoni Nickel. Knock is actually supposed to look a lot like, what is it, Wick? Not Wick. Juan. Juan looks a lot like his Uncle Bach, which I think is kind of nice. I just think it's funny because Juan is Alex's favorite. At least out of his boys. His favorite will always be Kilo. But I think it's funny. maybe in the fight, he's like, damn, this guy looks a lot like my son. It's funny because my mom always tells me I look a lot like her brother, at least when I was young. Probably have like are wounded or have their guts all ripped out through cabling. This whole chapter started out with, I didn't even get to show you sort of the first couple of pages here. That's a lot of pages in this chapter, actually. Oh my god, it might be a minute before this one releases. With the kids playing pretend with their uncle. I guess one of their godfathers, technically, is pretending to be the Steel Devil. The idea is that they going around chasing, being watched, and now it's get separated. These was more like zombies. Because right now, Alex hasn't completed his patent, so he can't really control the super sentient ones. Another one shambling his way over there. Graph this page real quick and then we'll call it a day for this stream. Let's turn back. Right there. Terrified. Stupid sword. Let go of them. And I think that's enough. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream the making of the rest of the chapter. I think y'all can wait for it. I think that's been enough. We'll preview it. Was it not streaming? What the hell? When I backed up there. Alright. Well, oh my god, I'm getting called. Give me a second. Well, thank you so much. Guys, have a great day. But yeah, just wait for the chapter to release and everything. Thank you so much for staying. And yeah, donate. It's always great. And just wait. I don't think it's going to come out this week. It'll probably come out next week. But have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Remember to always have fun drawing.